Give people what they want and what they ask for, not what you think they need or what you want to give to them. Oftentimes, in relationships, especially close relationships, family relationships, there can be mutual sacrifices made. I'm doing it for that person, and the other person could reciprocate in a way they think they can do or should do as their duty. And if it is not received well, on the other side, it is frustrating that I'm doing the best I can, but it is not being valued or appreciated or understood. Instead, we could just simply ask, what do you want? Isn't it something we do with our kids? What do you want for breakfast? They will tell you what they want for breakfast. For example, do you want toast, cereal, oatmeal, something else? If it's a meal, let's say dinner, you want Mexican, you want Indian, you want Chinese, you want Italian, you want home cooked, you want store bought, and so forth. And they tell you. Suppose they're in mood for pizza and you desire to make some homemade dal that your child loves. And if your child says, no, I want pizza, does it mean that your child doesn't love your food? Does it mean that your child doesn't love you? Does it mean that the child doesn't like homemade food? Does it mean that your child does not like his or her favorite food anymore? No, the child wants pizza for this meal. Keep it simple. And can we extend the same courtesy to adults in our grown-up relationships? Can we make an effort to understand, oh, even that is too far. Can we communicate first? Is there an open heart-to-heart communication, especially between siblings? Forget parents and kids for now, because there is a generational gap and there is this respect and other things come into picture. Let's just take siblings. Can we have first heart-to-heart communication, open to receive, and free to communicate, knowing that I will not be judged. And I'm not here to judge anyone. And if I don't understand something, I will say, well, I'm not really following you. Is that what you mean? And then let the other person explain or understand. And if you don't, you can say, I still don't understand it. There's no reason for judgment. And after a while, you can just drop the case entirely. Something, let's just leave this alone for now and then pick it up some other day or some other time. Sometimes you can only go so far without creating unnecessary misunderstandings. So communication first, then comes understanding. You cannot assume that once I have communicated my side, that the other person has understood, and that when other person is responding or acting or reacting, it is based on what I meant, let alone communicated. So we are very quick in making adjustments. Okay, let me do this sacrifice for you. What if that sacrifice was not needed and you feel that you've done so much and it has not been valued or received? Did you ask, is that what you want? Maybe that sacrifice itself was a burden. What about that? That's a double whammy. That's a lose-lose situation where I sacrificed my time, my energy, my effort, maybe even money for you, and it is a burden for you because you actually didn't want that anyway. Now you're like, great, I have to receive it and act on it because you asked for it. And leads to complications in relationships and problems. We end up giving pain and end up hurting other people. We end up hurting ourselves. We end up wasting our lives. It's not just the time waste. We end up wasting our lives thinking that we are helping the people that we love. In coaching practices, they have this opening question. What do you want to resolve today? I love it. What is in your mind that you want to resolve? What is the blockage? What is consuming your mind? What is bothering you? What is it that you want to communicate? What is your agenda? What is it that you wish to receive? What is it that you want that you're not able to get? What help are you looking for? Where are you stuck? And so forth. And if that person is able to communicate that to you in as clear a manner, and it's not going to be just a one-liner. Sometimes it takes time. Sometimes it takes hours and hours and hours and hours before they're able to get to that sentence, because that person himself or herself is not clear about what they really want, or they're not able to put words to how they are feeling. And the conversation, communication helps bring out words which match how they feel and what they want to communicate to the other person. So it requires patience, trust, non-judgment, most importantly, love. So how can we do that? The easiest, most direct, and the best way is for me holding on to the maple or listening to the high C that I'm not the doer. High C, you are. I don't know what is best for you. High C does. So let me listen to the other person through the high C. I'm connected to that person not directly, but through the high C because I am connected to high C. And if that person is also connected to high C, then when they're speaking, it goes to the high C and then I listen it through the high C so that I can hear it the way it is intended, not the way I would like to listen to it. When we are connected to the high C, then we are listening through the high C. The prayer in practice is, I see, you think through me, you feel through me, you speak through me, you act through me, and you love, love, love through me. It's a daily prayer. But in this particular case, we are doing it in practice, connecting to the high C so that when I am listening not to that person, not to that individual, but to my high C. And that symbol of triangle or the maypole sends a strong message to the subconscious that my individual self, wants to be connected to my higher self. Problems happen when we are connected to our lower selves, when we're connected to our conscious mind level. Honestly, it's unfortunate that nowadays people are not even connected at the lower mind or the conscious mind level. People are just not connected, period. There's lack of connection. Any type of connection is good, but a higher connection is the best connection. When that happens, then being patient and not jumping to conclusion in terms of what do I need to do right now? I don't have to do any action. I don't have to speak anything. Let me just listen. And then whatever comes through, honor it. Speak it, act on it. Why? Because that'll be the best thing you could say, the best thing you could do in that situation at that time with that person. I love me.